Chef Matt. It's good to see you. Always good to see you. Today we're gonna do a little early fall dish. It's one of my favorite things on the planet. We're gonna bacon wrap some pork tenderloin, give it a nice rub. I'm not giving out the secrets. Y'all have to guess later. Maybe we'll make it a contest. Anyway, here we go. So I've got a nice 2-potato hash set up, some roasted Brussels sprouts set up. We're gonna garnish with a little bit of roasted apples. We're gonna melt some leeks and fold some roasted chestnuts in there as well. Might finish with a little honey and apple cider vinegar. But aside from that, we're gonna keep it nice and simple, okay? First, I'm gonna start with a preheated cast iron pan, not too hot. Gave it a little salt lick so we're nice and non-stick. Basic veg oil, I'm gonna go in the pan with that, as well as to hit my tenderloin with as well. So while that's heating up, catching a lot of love from the community for our national win in hospitality enablement, and I really appreciate that a whole lot, but I just want y'all to know I couldn't do it without you. Thanks for the support, and I appreciate every little bit. Getting started for the semester, we're all very excited about what's coming down the pipeline. Got some new dishes coming, some really cool limited time offers, as well as events. Really excited about Welcome Back, so if I catch you there, please say hey. I'm not a stranger, pretty approachable, and I got love for everybody, all right? I feel by my hands starting to catch on fire here that we're getting close, okay? So I'm just gonna lay these nice and gentle. These are our tenderloins here. Nice and gentle in the pan. That's a good sound. My main goal here is to render this bacon out, kind of get some of that fat going in here. Very important for pork tenderloin, since it has a very low fat count, to kind of bard it or lard it, and that's what we're doing here with the bacon here. Nice fatty content there. It's also seasoned, so mind your salt and pepper use on this one. But will come out absolutely juicy and delicious. What I'm gonna do is take this out of the pan after we get a nice sear on it. I'll roast it while we make our hash and our Brussels sprouts. As you can see, we got a lot of nice bacon grease coming down here. That's excellent. We're gonna reserve that. We're gonna use that for the next parts of the dish as well. A nice turn, getting some nice color. Again, nothing too crazy. The oven's gonna do a lot of the work for us. In the meantime, we can kind of bloom some fresh herbs in there. That helps. Most herbs are fat soluble, and especially the heartier ones like rosemary and thyme. Those flavors transfer through the fat. Gotta love cooking with fresh herbs. It's absolutely fantastic. So I'm just gonna prop this. Okay, I'm gonna let that finish up in here. All right, I'm gonna slap this guy in the oven real quick. Just did a nice cut, little core out. First cutter I found was a heart, so thanks again for showing love. Okay, I don't want to cook these all the way through. I just want a nice mark on one side. For the Brussels, it's almost like a pan fry. So again, utilizing some of that bacon grease in there. I like to put mine cut side down. They've just been blanched in nice salty water for about 45 seconds. So we just took a little bit of bite out of them, okay? But I want some really nice crust on these. Brings out the sweetness. Super duper delicious, nice and hearty, very seasonal. Brussels sprouts are pretty much good all year round, but when you think Brussels sprouts, typically you think fall. As you can see from above here, we've got the way this pan works is the fat will gather around the outside. The middle is nice and hot. The outside's not so much, However, again, if I'm going for a pan fry, I've got a good little bit of fat in the pan. You can see I'm getting some color here. Brussels sprouts, again, are already blanched in salt water, so I won't hit them with a ton of seasoning. I might get it with a little bit of fresh pepper. But aside from that, very simple. Simple's the way. By blood, I'm a French guy, so I love cream and butter. I love bacon fat more. But another thing we have going for us as Frenchies are shallots, and I love shallots. Again, adjust your fat if you need to. Just gonna put a little bit here. Good, good, good. Nice color. So here we've got some washed leeks and shallots. Leeks are an excellent piece of produce as well. Very onion. You're probably familiar with like a potato leek soup, but in this case they're great. Just kind of sweat it off, especially with something like Brussels sprouts. So I'm gonna give it about 10 seconds here. Smells great. Tony, can you smell that? I don't know if you can. All right, and then we'll get us a little flip around in here. See if I can flip this 15-pound pan. The shallots and leeks are not seasoned, so I'm just going to make sure to give it a little bit of that. Okay. A little salt, a little pepper, a lot of pepper. Okay, got some nice color on the Brussels here, right? Super good. This is about finished, so I'm gonna hold it over here. You really don't wanna cook the leeks too much. You just wanna get them a little transparent. Means they're sweated through. They've lost a little bit of their water content, but they're sharp the more raw they are. So they develop sweetness as we go. Per usual, you have to taste. If you're not tasting your food, you're not doing it right. I'm very okay with that. I'm gonna start with my potatoes. They've been blanched as well. So a quick steam, gave them about 5 minutes in salty water, which means again, they're seasoned. Potatoes love seasoning though. So I will hit them again after we do a taste. We've got some red onions and bell pepper in here. A little color, a little sweetness. This whole thing right here is gonna be absolutely gorgeous. So this is something you can easily do at home. Don't you agree, Tony? Right? And one-stop shop, right? We've got it all right here. Do this, totally do this family style. Lay it out right here, get your hash in here. You know, really just make it nice and approachable. Herbs smell awesome. Good time to pull your herbs is when they start looking crunchy and fried. You've pretty much got everything out of it that you need, okay? Everybody can grow herbs in their window, grow them in your garden. Rosemary does awesome in Tennessee. So many variations of thyme, you'll never get bored. I mean, it's absolutely, I think, essential in everybody's cooking repertoire to be able to use fresh herbs. Our whole philosophy here, especially at Carson-Newman, is, at least since I've signed on, is we know where the edge is, but how close can we come to it without going over as far as pleasing our kids. You know, we want to be able to customize for y'all. We want to be able to give you steak and lobster. Some things are off the plate. But if we're talking about big, bold flavors and classic techniques pushed to the maximum, then we can give you that. And I guarantee it. This would be one of the examples that you'll see. All right, so I'm getting a little bit of color on here, which is exactly what I want from a hash, right? Now I'm gonna go in with my aromats. That's my red onion and my red pepper. And I'm really gonna just sweat those out. I'm not looking for a ton of color on the red peppers and the red onions. You want a little fire? You want more? About all I got for you, Hoss. All right, so while I'm letting this rock and roll, I'm gonna go check on the pork and just rewarm this stuff here. We'll pretty much be ready to plate. Nice couple pieces of pork loin here. Again, don't worry about your plate so much. Let it go where it wants to be. And then the pièce de résistance. A little hazelnuts, honey, lacquer going on here. Okay. Excuse me, chestnuts. Okay. Nothing but goodness, nothing but goodness. Get all that stuff off the pan. All right, and there we have it. Early fall, 2 potato hash, roasted Brussels sprouts, bacon wrapped pork tenderloin, and chestnut honey sauce. I hope y'all enjoyed. Please try it out. Shoot us a video. Let me know how it turns out. Recipe will come out later. See you soon. Bye.